Hello everyone, welcome to another video. We start this one off looking at this red car. We're all turning right here, no one's doing anything wrong at the moment. But the red car wants to turn left in a minute, and obviously it's in the wrong lane. I move over the way you're supposed to for people to overtake. The red car doesn't come in behind me. He wants to come in front of me, in that gap there. Leaving himself no braking distance and reducing my braking distance. Good job. In this one here, I'm approaching a roundabout and I want to turn right. So I am in a right turn only lane. So it's pretty straightforward of where I'm going. But we're looking at this van over here who seems to have a problem with me turning right and actually bibs me for some reason. He went to pull out, he was waving his arms around at me. I don't get it. Sometimes I understand what people do, but not that one. Now you've got to clear the shot of his number plate. If you know this clown, can you please let him know what a roundabout procedure is? Now in this clip we're coming to a junction where a driving instructor doesn't cover himself in glory here. As you can see, we got a green light, but we cannot go because Banstead School of Motoring is in the way and blocked up the junction. There is only one person in the car, so it's obviously the instructor. Not a great advert for your company. So we speed it up to the next numpty. And if you are coming from the left hand side, you shouldn't be turning right. It is a no right turn. But this van doesn't seem to think so. This little white van, he actually makes people wait for him. Now that red car's turning right, but it has to wait for him doing an illegal right turn. I'll speed it up a little bit here, and I just need to show you the no right turn unless you are driving a bus. Now in this clip, I think I'm going to get a little bit of flack from some viewers, and maybe rightly so. I'm pulling over here. As you can see, there's yellow lines in front of me, but where I am, there's no yellow lines. But that's not what we're looking at. The audio's gone off at the minute because I'm having a conversation with my passenger. Now, anyone that knows Epsom will have a little bit of sympathy for me here, because there is absolutely nowhere to drop off anyone if you want to get remotely close to the shopping centres, that is. It's all double yellow lines everywhere. So I normally come down this little alleyway where the Witherspoons pub is, and hardly anyone comes down here. So you drop off someone and then you do a little 3-point turn here, and then you wait at the traffic lights. Now the problem is you can see it on the right hand side. If anyone wants to come down here now, they can't. And if you look to the right hand side there, you'll see that there's no yellow lines where I did drop off my passenger. So that's all good. But if anyone wants to come down this road now, they can't. They are stuck where I literally dropped off my passenger because of them two vans there, which are legally parked. See them both there? There's no yellow lines there. There's nothing saying that they can't park there. But no one can get past me. Which brings me to this. Now, Mr. Happy here, I moved for him. You think he'd say thanks, acknowledge me, smile, do something? Nothing at all. The miserable sour-faced bastard did nothing. So I've gone through a stop line, which is technically going through a red light there, I guess, to let him out, and I don't even get a fucking smile or anything from him. So once he's gone past, I reverse back to my stop line. So what would you have done? I wish now that I'd kept him fucking waiting, to be honest. Miserable git. Now, this brings me to the next numpty. Across right in front of me there's a cyclist. Who will have a red light when my lights turn green? Because it's a right turn only lane, that is.
You know you haven't got a fucking green light there, didn't ya?
Now at that point I had my window wide open, so he heard every word of that and just looked at me and laughed, and I mean proper belly up laugh. Well, at least I've made someone happy today. And then he just rides down the pavement. I don't know whether it's a shared pavement or not. And parks his bike up at one of his bike stands, so maybe he's allowed to be on the pavement. But he's probably not allowed, well, he definitely isn't allowed to go straight across the road where he did if I've got a green to turn right. Now coming up, we're in Tattenham. Now if this Range Rover coming up is yours, just over there, that one there, I have got the footage if your car was hit. I don't think it was, but just in case it was, I have got the footage. Because as you heard, the alarms go off. I don't think the car hit it. But look how far out it is compared to the other cars. Now in this clip here, we're looking at the van that's pulling out just past this pub. It actually waves at me with their mobile phone in their hand while being on it, talking to it.
Put the phone down. You're waving to me with the phone in your hand. How fucking stupid is that? It's nice that you say thank you, but with a phone in your hand?
This clip here actually did make me smile. Yes, it made me smile. A grumpy old git like me, it made me smile. You do love it when these people try and think they're something else. This guy here has parked in a ridiculous place, but I can see him there. He's locking his gate. He's trying to lock his gate and then get in his car or his van. This guy here coming towards us is actually giving me some gestures saying, why the hell didn't I wait for that van to pull out? It would help if he was actually in it. Now if we go to the rear camera, that idiot actually slows down to let someone out who isn't even in the van. He actually stops. Then he suddenly realises, oh, there's no one in it. Silly old sod. Just a little one for you petrol heads here.
That's a bit nice. Look at that. Wowzers.
More important than the car, I cannot believe I just said wowzers. What is wrong with me? Don't answer that. Wowzers. Where the hell have I got that from? Now to start off in this clip, we're looking at the car that's in front of this blue one in front of me. He's driving with his arm out the window to start off with. Now when he puts his arm back in the car, he drives even worse than what he was driving now. This is a 30-mile-an-hour road. We're doing about 10. See him with his arm out the window. I mean, how are you supposed to answer your mobile phone with your arm out the window? Now look at this. He put his arm back in. And now look at him. Where are you going? Now he's raised his game a little bit now. We've probably gone up to about 15 miles an hour. Woohoo! Now if we go to the rear camera, we're looking at the shit in the Mini there. He's in the wrong lane. He's gone past 3 cars there already, and he's in a left turn only lane now. Now he's moved over to a straight on lane. he doesn't do that either. He comes round the corner and blocks me off from moving over to get there. That's why he's a little shit in a Mini. And speaking of little shits, this little car next to me, I want to turn right at this roundabout, so I'm in the outside lane obviously. I could go up next to it, but I just got this feeling what it was going to do and cut off the roundabout. Very few people go round the roundabout properly. Look at that. How am I going to fit in that gap? Good bit of driving there. And we're coming up to this red light again. I don't think I've ever seen a cyclist stop at that red light. They all go through. Because they can go down the high street, they seem to think they can go through that red light. Now this road has a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit on it. On a blind bend here, you come round the blind bend and there's someone reversing out of their drive. Why are you not reversing into your drive? I do not know. There is plenty of room. If you look from the rear camera here, there is plenty of room to manoeuvre around anyway, so you don't have to pull out. But it still does it, even after I've gone. Still reverses out. How dangerous is that? Stupid. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.